Let me ask you something very simple. If you have two options, someone very good but always disappoints, and someone average but always deliver, who will you choose? Don't answer quickly, because that small answer controls how far you will go in business and even in life. You see, for the longest time, I also believe that quality is everything. In fact, if you ask me years ago, I would confidently say, just be very good at what you do. It sounds right, but life taught me something else. Let me start from something very simple. There are 3 filling stations along the route that I pass to work every day, and I always drive past the first 2 to go and buy fuel at the 3rd one. Now, if you ask me why, I honestly cannot tell you that their fuel is better. I have not done any scientific test on it, but the first and the 2nd one have disappointed me before. Either they don't have fuel when you need it, or something just go wrong. So I stopped checking. The 3rd one, I don't think, I don't guess, I just go there, because in my head, I have settled it. If I get there, I will get what I want. That feeling, that certainty, that is reliability. And that is what people pay for. If you need a photographer or a baker or a clothes seller, and you ask a friend for recommendation, watch what they will say. Most likely, they will say something like, I know someone you can trust. That line is deep. Before quality even enters the conversation, they have already secured your mind. Because if you cannot trust someone to deliver, what is the use of the fine work? Take Bofas for example. They didn't suddenly become big because Nigeria tested their fuel quality in a laboratory. It became big because at a time when others were hoarding fuel, they were selling. When others were adjusting meters, people felt safe with them. Over time, people just concluded, overs or nothing. And that is how trust is built. And that trust came from one thing: reliability. Now let's bring it closer to everyday life. One woman online was cursing her tailor. She was seriously cursing the tailor. Even in the presence of the tailor, you would think maybe the clothes the tailor suit was bad. No, the cloth was fine. The problem is it came late. It came after Salah. Just imagine that for a second. Everything is perfect, but it came late. What exactly is the value again? That video taught me something quietly. Late excellence is still a failure. Let me give you one personal experience. December 2025, I got a deal to travel to Qatar for a shoot as a cinematographer that I have. All expenses paid, my flight itinerary sent, everything complete. We had an agreed date already. Then suddenly something happened and the date shifted, and it clashed with a wedding I had already committed myself to in Nigeria to shoot. Now think about it well. Qatar trip or the wedding in Nigeria. Many people won't even think twice before picking Qatar. But I sat down and asked myself something simple. If I break my word once, what happens to my brand? That Nigerian job family trusted me, and that is how relationships start. So I declined the Qatar trip. I went to shoot the wedding and it came out fine. A Nigerian married a Pakistani. It was painful, I won't lie, but I stayed too well because what I protected is bigger than that trip. I protected my reliability. Because here, people are always watching, not just your work, but your consistency. What they can say, give it to him, he will deliver. You have crossed into another level of business. Let me show you another angle. In my poultry business, there was a time demand was high. One person came and wanted to buy almost everything at once. Oh, that should be a good news, right? Buying 80% of the stock, good money, sweet deal. But something in me was not settled. I felt uncomfortable because if I send everything today, what do I tell other customers tomorrow? Oh, do I tell them no stock? That statement can damage something big. Reliability is not about one big sale. It is about being available all the time and every time. Sometimes the best decision is not the one that brings the most money, but the one that protects your need. Let me say this very clearly. Quality is relative. Whatever is your quality output, there is a level of customers or clients for it until you scale up. So there is a market for every level of quality. But as for reliability, no one accepts it once it's less than 100%. Even a relationship, it is the same. A very attractive person who is unstable will drain you. A simple person who is consistent will give you peace. At the end of the day, people don't stay where things are perfect. They stay where things are predictable. So if you are building anything right now, business, brand, even your personal life, let me tell you the truth many people won't say. Don't start with perfection. Start with showing up. Start with doing what you said you would do. Start with being that person people don't need to remind. Then grow your quality thereafter. Because this is the real summary. A beautiful, inconsistent product will frustrate people. A reliable, average product will feed you. And if you eventually combine both quality and reliability, then you are no longer competing. You are becoming a standard. So now I will ask you again, when people think of you, do they think of how good you are or how dependable you are? Because one will impress people, but the other will build your life. If you find this content reliable, please share. My name is Betawale. See you on the next one.